Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to recap the second game of the doubleheader between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns on Monday Night Football, division game, and the Pittsburgh Steelers come out on top, 26-22. Both teams now 1-1. The Steelers get their first win of the season, and the Browns drop to 1-1. The Steelers' defense, man, was phenomenal in this game. They got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They sacked the quarterback 5 times. They got 1 interception. They forced 2 or 3 other fumbles. The Pittsburgh defense is the reason they won this game. 2 defensive touchdowns to 1 offensive touchdown. The defense is just so phenomenal because you got so many talented players back there and on that defense. Minka Fitzpatrick, Alex Highsmith, T.J. Watt, Larry Ogunjobi probably had the best game of his career. Got a sack, forced a fumble, that QB, and a bunch of QB hits on Watson. And Cano Neal, they have so many talented defensive players. Elijah Riley, I thought, stepped up big when Minka Fitzpatrick went out. A big open field tackle on 3rd down, I believe. And then I got a sack in this game as well. And T.J. Watt, man, he's going to be a candidate for that Defensive Player of the Year. Him and Michael Parsons would probably be the 2 favorites. The defense is the reason they won this game because they only, as a team, had 255 total yards. The offense only 55 rushing yards. Only 9 first downs, 4-14 on 3rd down. And they only had 53 total offensive plays compared to the Browns. 81 total offensive plays and 11 less minutes time of possession. But the difference, a lot of key penalties on the Browns, 8 penalties. And then the 4 turnovers. It doesn't matter if you had the time of possession battle. You got to not turn the football over, and just way too many turnovers. 1 interception from Watson in this game and a few fumbles, 2 fumbles. So just a really poor game, I thought, from the Cleveland Browns. I thought they were able to move the ball. It's just, after that fumble for the touchdown, Deshaun Watson was rattled. But don't get it twisted. The reason the Steelers won this game is their defense, because their offense sure did. And Kenny Pickett was 15-30, 222 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 reception. About 70 of those yards came on 1 play to George Pickens, who was phenomenal in this game. 4 catches, 127 yards in a touchdown. Their second leading receiver was their running back, Jalen Warren. 4 catches, 66 yards, and also 6 runs, 20 yards. I'd like to see him get more runs over Najee Harris, who had 10 runs, 43 yards, 4.3 yards per carry. It's just Jalen Warren has more explosiveness than Najee Harris. If I'm a Steelers fan, I'd like to see more Jalen Warren over Najee Harris. But the defense with 2 big scores. That was 14 of the 26 points from the defense. 2 total defensive touchdowns, 1 offensive touchdown. If the Steelers win many games this year, if the games they win, it's going to be because of their defense. Because their offense is just bad play calling as well. That 3rd and 1 with Kenny Pickett, and they tried a QB run to the outside for some reason. And the crowd chanting, "Fire Canada, fire Canada." Matt Canada's awful. I don't know how he still has a job. But yeah, their offense was putrid. The reason they won the game was their defense. I don't know if it's Kenny Pickett bad or just the play calling. But Deshaun Watson, 22 of 40, 235 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 reception, single-handedly cost the Browns this game. That face mask penalty, which was a bad penalty because they could have got a field goal with that possession. And that fumble that led to a touchdown. Just a horrible game from Watson. Jerome Ford was really good in the absence of Nick Chubb. When Nick Chubb went down with the injury. Nick Chubb had 10 runs, 64 yards before he suffered that really bad knee injury. I talked about it in the NFL News. I didn't really talk about it here. But Jerome Ford stepped up big. 16 runs, 106 yards, 3 receptions, 25 yards, and a touchdown. Great game from Jerome Ford. 131 total yards. So he was great in the absence of Nick Chubb. Amari Cooper, 7 catches, 9 yards, was really cooking. Levi Wallace in that Steelers secondary, but like I say, man, Deshaun Watson just folded like a lawn chair late in that game. It's a really bad, really 4th quarter for Deshaun Watson. So, yeah, good win for the Steelers. Their defense completely took over in the second half. The Rams only got that touchdown, the 2-point, and that. Steelers defense was excellent and kept them in this game. And TJ Watt with the clutch scoop and score. So yeah, it's all to say for this game. So until next time, I'm out like a lot. Peace.